we've got a game. Uh-oh. What do you not want to see with a giant wood elf team? Probably some chaos dwarfs. That didn't take long. This is game number 16, 17, 18. I can count on the wood elf team. This is how our team is looking. Still pretty disgusting. And this is what we're up against. Not familiar with Drin. Seeing a Minotaur right away, which is unusual, but we saw Rick Reckless do it last season, did pretty well. Other than the Minotaur, this looks like a very good start to a Chaos Dwarf team. Nice for us that they don't have break tackle on the bulls yet. Do you have break tackle on the Minotaur? They've got 2 guard, they've got some mighty blow, they've got a couple of speedy hobgoblins, they've got a leader for 4th reroll. 4 rerolls a lot. They've got a sure hands and mixed record. I think this will be tough because we're playing against Chaos Dwarfs and they've got heaps of inducements to spend as well. So, but yes, morning Talk, morning Collie, morning Eric. Can we claim top woodies? Is this where wood answers come to die? Probably. We're probably due, and sooner or later they're all going to die because they're elves. So we enjoy it while we can. You can't get too attached, but let's enjoy the journey. So they've taken a wizard at the moment. They could also take a bribe if they spend most of their bank for it. No, they've gone for a babe. Happy not to see a bribe at least. So our last game was chorfs yesterday, wasn't it? And we got a draw in that game, so obviously we'd like to do better. We want to get the win. Thanks, Rick. We need 2 wins to get to 70 Doge. But we're going to need a lot more than 70 Doge to qualify, I expect. But still, it's a nice first target. Morning, Ferian. This Minotaur, Rick, I don't know if you were here when I said it. I think you've popularized the Minotaur. Watch the stream sometimes. Hope you enjoyed them. Morning, Jed Rosie. Win the coin toss and kick off. I don't think they had any claw, did they? So we feel okay leaving the tree on the line. Obviously, can use the Minotaur with block to knock the tree down pretty reliably, but that is the tree's job sometimes. God, what have I got on this team? So we need to do something like... do we do the full boat on this team now, don't we? Throwers out in front. 1-turner sits off the pitch from now on because it's a natural 1-turner. We've got a natural 1-turner. It hasn't done a 1-turn yet. We haven't got as far as that yet. But I'm sure it will. Right. You on the line, I guess? And are we just putting Giraffe on the line because he's only got 1 skill? Or are we putting the thrower on the line? Everyone told me I needed to get the thrower, so I had the option for the 1-turns. I think I am putting the thrower on the line because dodge is just... Well, no, it's viewed as dodge isn't going to do anything in this matchup, so you might as well do it that way. Wrestle dodge goes there. Rookie catcher is the one I put in the danger. They have got sure hands on their ball carrier, haven't they? Yeah, it's there. Sure hands and block. So it doesn't matter too much which way around we put these. But let's just spread them out a bit. Well, you never know who the ball's going to end up on, so keep the strip ball in the middle, I think. Okay, let's try that one. Ew, chorfs. Exactly, Jed Rosie. And hey, Gilliam. I'm going to keep getting that wrong forever. I'm sorry. Crow and Wood Elves live fast and die gloriously. That's how it normally goes. That's how it normally is. Wait, they do have a claw. I just literally said they don't have a claw, and there's a claw right bloody there. At least it's a claw with no mighty bow. I did not see that. Oh well. I would have put the tree on the line anyway. That wouldn't have changed the plan. I think if they want to hit the tree with a strength 3 player, that involves bringing 4 assists in. And if you want to put that many players around the tree, that's normally good for me. Not always. If the kick goes to the right square for them, it can be good for them. But normally it's good for me if that's what the Chaos Dwarfs are doing. I think you've heard of this, Rick. Was he mentioned in our podcast? Good for help starting streamers up. Yes, Rick. Not many people know about Rick. He's just getting started in streaming. But I think he's got a bright future. As if. Listen, I'm not Andy Davo here calling Seabrawl as the up and coming. Oh, I've just seen that's what Collie wrote. I saw Eric's message and didn't see Collie's. That's what happens when you're streaming. You always read up from the bottom. Actually, I say you. Probably lots of people don't. I always read up from the bottom. Uh-oh. Well. That's a lot. We have +1 fame. So my first thought when I saw it was, oh God, it's given up a hit on the war dancer. And then my second thought was, wait, they've only got 3 players stood up. So I think that's good for us. Just a tiny bit. Wow, that is ridiculous. I don't think they have many choices here. I mean, you can take your Minotaur hit, which you have. Maybe you do that as a blitz so you can move it, or maybe you blitz that one so you can move it. And then you're going to have to just try and pick up on the ball center and probably run backwards. Obviously, it's a scary pickup. It's on the sideline. It's a 4+. Giraffe is okay. I forget who has the KOOK emote, but it's a good emote. Someone has that emote. Is that Elliot? You could have brought the Minotaur around the back here and used the guard to give an assist to make that a 2 dice. Okay, so they're at least using a reroll on it. Do pick it up. And they can sure feet out of range. I'm sad they made the pickup. It would have been very, very easy for us if they'd failed the pickup, but they did not fail it. It's Mr. Pages. Okay, yeah. Hey. Powing Circopedius, who do you think you are? Okay. This is not, it's obviously very good, right? Like, I'm not going to pretend it's not very good. But it's not, like, totally straightforward here, because obviously, like, that is strength 4. And so what they'll probably be able to do next turn, if we're not very thorough, and we haven't got as many players as we'd like, is punch through somewhere and reunite their team with these ones. Because it's speed, because it's strong and fast. Do I try and hit the Minotaur is a question I'm asking myself. Like, I could put my guard in here. The Mighty Bow's on the wrong side for it, really. But it's such a nice piece to hit that it's pretty tempting. Probably should try and send that catch all the way down to basic, just because it makes life inconvenient. Do this GFI first. Get the power, that's very nice. Should have moved that first, but I didn't. Didn't kill the Minotaur. Sad. Okay, so we're trying to force them to use the blitz on that player, which is not the most exciting player they could blitz. What do we do with you? Really should have moved you first. That was stupid. We just bring you here and then base all of these players. Reduce their movement if they stand up. So the one thing I already regret here is having this strip ball all the way on this side, because I think they're going to come this way. And strip ball is obviously quite a nice threat against this because it hasn't got sure hands. That went about as well as it could have done for them. Yeah, I mean, for them, for how bad the kickoff result was for them, that is about as good as it could have gone, really. Just not to say it went well. But this is really nice, like, because we're tying up 3 players here unless they blitz this player. But then if they blitz this player, then they've got to dodge off this on a 4+. So that's a very nice trade for us. And yeah, if you fail the pickup, then we just, we just take the ball and score. It's a horrible position for my opponent. Like, obviously, like, it was very, very unlucky start to the game for them. Leader movement hopper is intriguing and horribly wrong to me. I think if you're taking the leader, you probably, with Chaos Dwarfs, I would be cutting the reroll and having, because they've already used the reroll, so they had 3 plus the leader. So I would probably normally be, with Chaos Dwarfs, be thinking that 2 plus the leader is enough if you're taking the leader. Giving it movement after leader, I mean, more movement definitely seems good on Chaos Dwarfs, because slowing them down is one of the ways you can beat them for sure. The nice thing about forcing to bits back here, by the way, another nice thing about doing that is it means they can't now pass with this player, which means they can't. Obviously, it's rowdy to pass the Bull Centaur, but it was an that was an option to get them out of trouble. Well, that was just all very silly and in our favour, isn't it? Should we do a pass at the end of the turn with our thrower that everyone bullied me into getting? Love to score on Sofiana. Oh, waiting for opponent. Oh, Ross. It's currently waiting for opponent. Hope that's not just I've quit. Hang on, I will turn dog cam on in a second. I forgot to turn dog cam on. Right. Just trying to work out how the most sensible way is to play this. Want to not take unnecessary risks here. I think maybe we don't do a vanity pass right away. I think we just try and pick up this turn. And then what? We have got the wizard. So let's make getting a good screen a top priority. think I'm going to blitz with this one. I'm just going to dodge blitz and then keep running this way because I do want him to come back. I think I'm going to put a reroll into it. It's a bit greedy, but I just don't want this player to be on the floor. Because one of the ways you make me score quicker is just by having that on the floor and fouling it. I think we're just dodging these ones. I was originally thinking we might fight this part of the line, but I think that's not worth it. Push you in there. Okay. I got the thrower for one reason and one reason only, Rick. After days of saying how much I hate them, I got a natural one-turner, and I've never had a natural one-turner before. Never. On what else? I've had it on Skaven. And for the one turn, I was persuaded that maybe it's worth having for the natural one-turner. But he's still basically just a lineman who costs more, so I don't love it. It's called Daedalquist, because Daedalquist is always the one who harasses me about it. Bloody Daedal. I know, though. I know. I do feel like I've compromised my values. I feel like I've broken. It is shtick. It absolutely is. We've even got another strength 4 lineman as well, who I might try and force this touchdown on. I do need to be careful because of the wizard. Like, I think we probably aren't going to sit here and stall this all the way out to turn 8. Which is a shame, because you definitely, like, 1-0 at half time is a lot better than 1-all. But, I might be slightly jealous of this team. I'm jealous of this team. It's the stupidest team I've ever had. There's no two ways about it. What does a natty sport thrower get? Probably sure hands first. Which is tricky because like that thrower is going to end up on the line a lot. Like it cannot be like protected at all. But yeah, probably sure hands first. Just because that's what pairs with the one turn. Like it's all about reducing the number of or increasing the number of built-in rerolls for the one turn play. As far as I can see it. Anyway. Don't die, Oscar. Good. Okay, so they've got their Minotaur up, which is a shame, like that being on the floor. And a double GFI to bases over here. Okay. Okay. So we could just score. I'd prefer to take another turn. I reckon we can stall over here quite easily. Get this, throw it to you. Hit that one. They could get bull centaurs to the ball. But bull centaurs aren't the greatest recovery. And 2. You'd be relying on the scatter and then be able to recover it and get it somewhere. I think I'm gonna live with that risk. Maybe I will live to regret it, we'll see. Oh, I should have got one more square forward. Oh well. Okay. Good. Did not count the squares on that one. Just a bit stupid. But now your recovery is really bad, because even if you recover it on that, you've then got to throw it somewhere over there. I didn't think about the movement up actually there. I just thought that's not going to be able to reach. But of course, because it's movement up, it can. So we got our first SPP on the thrower. So we'll start moving Dalaquist towards having some skills to think about. I don't think I'd give it leader, Gilliam, because I play with 3 rerolls already, and I don't plan to drop a reroll. I mean, actually, 4 rerolls just for extra greed isn't horrible. But I'd probably go shut hands then, like dodge or block. Probably. To try and keep it alive a bit longer. Collection up this season. Outrage. You've been on a team already this season, Collie. You didn't last. You were a tree this season. Those big boy channel points have been waiting for a long time. No, there's no way I drop a reroll. No way, because what you're doing there is you're dropping a reroll for 50,000, and you're spending 20,000 to have a thrower because it's 20,000 more than lineman, and then 20,000 for leader. So you're only saving 10,000 for a player that you can't protect. Like, there's no way on defense you protect it. So it's 40,000 for a reroll that can go away instead of 50,000 for a reroll that you keep. Like, it's one of the reasons I hate the thrower. Is because I think that's a really bad trade, personally. I should make a list. I need to make a long list of things I need to do for this channel, because there's loads of things that I need to do. Varian. But it's not going to happen before I go away next week, so maybe after that. I think maybe when I get back from being away, I should try and actually do some of the things that I keep saying I'll do for this channel. Hashtag professional streamer. He did call an answer. Was there a mighty bone range? Cheeky chorf dodge. I think we're scoring this turn because of the wizard. Without the wizard, for sure, I would see if I can push it a bit further. But I do want to score on the strength 4, so I'm just going to try to set up first in a way that maybe covers at least a tiny bit if that goes wrong. If it goes wrong, we're in trouble. It didn't go wrong. What kind of things? Well, things like having an SFX list. Maybe adding some SFX. I'd like to do that. I need to update my bio on the channel because I haven't done that in forever, and I want to add some panels, so you've got the different panels on the Twitch page. And then I want to start putting some content on YouTube. Hopefully this run, actually, this run would be a nice one to put on YouTube because it's just such a fun team and such a silly team. So you see, this is what I'm talking about with the thrower. The thrower, with one player out, the thrower is the next one on the line, which is why I think it's not worth over investing in skills on it, because that's the pecking order for me. It's the next one to go up there. Everyone else here is more valuable. Because that that player is useful for one specific turn as far as I'm concerned. And the most important player for that specific turn is obviously this one. All of these other players do more like every other turn of the game. Is how I view it. I actually think I probably should try and get some new emotes. It's been a little while. We should probably freshen them up a little bit. I haven't got any emotes in my head at the moment. There is always a section.
She never gloats and has great emotes.
There's a section in my Discord suggesting emotes. I think Furion might have suggested the I choose violent sound alert as well, which then became an emote. So yeah, if you want, is there anything you think I'm missing? There's a space for telling me. That's obviously very nice. So we basically just switch this from one side to the other, I think. Swap it. You didn't get the fame, but has been unlucky with the kickoff results. Cool. Hey, Rexy Rex. From once Woof, I've heard the Woof on Jimmy's channel and Eliod's channel. A buff strength elf, but what if we don't have a buff strength elf by the time I get around to making emotes? Buff strength elves don't live forever. I suppose the last team had a buff strength elf as well, didn't they? The last team had the strength 5 witch elf, which was fun while she lasted. Startup emote would be good. Startup emote would be good. I feel like that's my equivalent of streamer dice, right? Like I feel like I'm perceived as the one who rolls like lucky startups. And I don't know if it's actually like real or if it's just reputation. Because Daedalquist has had crazier wood elf teams than me up till now. I mean, this is a pretty crazy team. But then even then, he had the team with the strength 5, edge 5 war dancer, which also had an edge 5 war dancer as the backup. So Daedal's had some pretty crazy teams. The shots song, but this tree going stats. Oh, that would be quite funny. Stats. Everybody. Daedalquist got injured. Not a dead threat. Is the other string of else around? Yes. Why is there a natty on the team? Because the team wasn't good enough, Mira. I felt like, how do you win with a team that only has 2 strength up war dancers and a strength up lineman? So I got a natty as well. Obviously, it's still like, it's only so, right? Like, I would like to have agility on that natty as well, please. Trying to hear the song in my head. Everybody. Okay, they've got the ball. They have enough time to score here for sure. Tree stays down. Tricky one, like, because there's a part of me that wants to like just throw a bunch of players into this space here, split their team up. But I am worried that that is That then allows them to get the rest of their team behind us, and if they get through, then we're going to end up with the whole team the wrong side of us, which could be inconvenient. Let's definitely send down some players. And let's take a mighty bow ahead. It's nice. You're not hitting that wall answer from there. I guess you could do it from here. You can do it from there anyway. You don't want to go that side. If you go that side, it's doing us a favour. So bring that up. Maybe throw this one around the other side. Then who's covering this? Let's dodge you first. Okay, since that worked. Well, that's a bit annoying because it's in the way, but I guess we can just back up a square. I imagine they're going to come back here anyway. We haven't really succeeded in splitting them, but I feel like we can recover from this position into anything. Because we've spread out and blitz his cows and yell beef burger when you do. Beef burger. Which I do think sometimes, like, the stream is missing. It's missing the thing that you say when you like the line you repeat when you're doing a thing. So like Rick has Deboki for his pylons and he has Haya for his fouls. Mr. Page has like Caspar Smash. Yeah, tagline, that's what I was looking for. Like, I guess our tagline is just boo. 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 Yeah, okay, fair enough. We do have a tagline.
I choose violence.
I would hate it on my channel because it would just make me more nervous, but I like on Seabroad's channel where he does the drum roll. He gets, like before big plays, he gets people in chat, he's like, drum roll please, and they do the and I like that, it's fun. I would hate if it was my place because I'd be like, shit, now I'm going to stuff up now. Don't add pressure to this moment, but I like it. Page's big plays music as well, yeah, and he has his womp 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 womp. Page is a really fun stream. I remember when I first saw Page, I was like, what on earth is going on? Because he just had all the emotes up. And I still don't fully understand what's going on with all the sort of overlay stuff. But once you sort of get used to it, he's just a very fun streamer, isn't he? The mystery is part of the fun. Yeah, I think so. I think so. There's so many fun Blood Bowl streamers. There's so many. I honestly I do wonder sometimes, like, every game's like, does every game have this many fun people to watch? I feel like there's so many different like moods, so many different vibes with different streamers. That tree not getting up is really annoying because that would really anchor the middle of the pitch for us, and now we've kind of got this spread out, slightly messy situation. I think I just want to blitz this one. I'm annoyed about it because I want to blitz the mighty bow, but I think I just want to blitz the furthest forward fast piece because these players aren't doing anything on a scoring play, right? They're too slow. So they're going to get left behind anyway. The problem is then, like, where do we put our screen? We kind of just have to put our screen here in front of you, which feels rubbish. Feels disappointing. Okay, you back into the middle. What I might do, I might just tag you on there. Because that then forces a decision, right? Either you're dodging on a 3+, or you're hitting a player that has dodge, which since you haven't got block is the same as having blodge. And again, just could keep a fast player from moving up. Okay. I live with that, unfortunately. Okay, can't surface from that. Definitely ways you can hit that. But can't surface. I might do the same here with the wrestle dodge. Because you haven't got tackle. So it's just all about tagging some players who you want in the cage because they've got movement. And trying to leave them behind. It wasn't worth going for the ball that time, Eric. You're right that there was definitely like a play to like just go all in and go for it. But I think the risk on that is too high because you're going to be throwing a bunch of dice to hit it. And if you don't get it, if you fail the GFIs, you fail the leap, then you're leaving your defense quite out of position. And we have already scored on this drive, so we don't need to go for the highest risk plays. Next turn, I mean, that's the joy of having 2 strength 4 war dancers on the pitch is most turns we're going to have some options. Can they even reasonably score this drive? It's hard work from here. It's hard work. You know, they've got to make a hole somewhere in this line and get someone through it, really, because this is already turn 6. He's capable of it. That can be a scoring threat. And okay, so we're doing a GFI on the Minotaur. Wow. Punished. Does make the loner reroll. Does make the loner GFI. Does get the knockdown. Wow, that was bold. That was bold. So now they can get a scoring threat through. They can get a couple because the bull centaur can go through as well. They can't score on the... They maybe can score on the ball carrier, but it will require GFIs. And now the reroll's gone, those GFIs are going to look pretty nasty. That, I mean, if they fail that reroll, then they just don't score, right? Like that's immediately failed at that point. Yeah, it would be different in the new rules. In the new rules, you could keep using these rerolls. I don't like that for them. That lets me hit one of their scoring threats. So at the moment, the 2 scoring threats are here and here. And by basing that on a strength 4 piece, you give me a chance to hit it without using my blitz. So I can blitz that one. In theory, and then they can't score. I don't think they're going to do any GFIs now. Because you just move the ball into that pocket. You close the cage with that, and then you can try your dodges at the end or take blocks. Does get a power there, annoyingly. Was the risk we ran by doing that? But reindeer is fine. Yeah, you should have moved that first. It does make that dodge as well. Okay, those things make things a little harder. But not too hard. Problem is we'll need to knock that one down if we're just hitting it because otherwise it will still be in scoring range. But I think this is a pretty straightforward choice to blitz this because we don't need to make the play on the ball. Sad we didn't break armor, but I think maybe we park you. Maybe we have to bring you here because we're going to need another assist. We don't want to. Oh, hang on, maybe not because we can do that. So maybe park you here actually because we're going to put sidestep on here to make that hard even if we don't knock you down. Put that on there. So now we've got 2 dice on that. We needed to bring in 2 because of the guard there. Everything else involves rolling dice, so we do take this next. Can reroll it. There we go. So they're not scoring. Should have done that at the start of the turn. Didn't work out. Oh, what am I doing? That should step as a scoring threat. Oh well, got this scoring threat at least. That should have been a scoring threat. We should have had 2 scoring threats. Oh well. There is. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Might as well put it so even if you knock it down, it's in scoring range. Especially since it's got wrestle. I'm annoyed at myself for moving that catch back. I was silly. You would have won dice with a dwarf. Am I stupid? Which dwarf? I'm not sure which dwarf you mean. Now, the one sad thing about this is we do give up a hit on Super Dancer. Could be with Mighty Blow because treating it up it's not going to be. Do you get the power? They're fine. God, it's such a horrible moment waiting to see the armor roll and a War Dancer anytime they go down. This Minotaur's done some work. I'm glad that isn't blitzing this turn. The Minotaur has wrecked some faces for sure. Okay, so just going to mark up our scoring threat. Makes sense. Oh man, I think they could have done us a favour. Oh no, I guess they would just bring others up to it, but yeah. There was a world in which if that moved, it could have left a gap to this just to walk in and hit. Yeah, so protecting this now. The guard being there, I see, is actually kind of annoying. No, I think we probably can't do better than 1 dice on this. Yeah, because we've got guard here if we leap in, we've got guard here if we leap in. We can push that away, we could get rid of that guard. But we're not going to get better than a 1 dice to do it with. So it's probably better to take the 1 dice in the ball, because that hasn't got book, and that would be a 1 dice. So yeah, I think we just accept the 1 dice, and we go in from where? Better push directions that way, but it's hardest to cancel that out, whereas it's much easier to cancel this out. Could we? How much? Can get to there quite easily. Can someone cancel that though? Not really. Maybe it's not worth it. We're 1-0 up. Oh, there's chain push play. Of course, the chain push play. Push here onto that. It's red dice. Just gonna roll it. That'll do. Because I'm running out of time. I spent way too long to see that chain push play that was actually quite obvious once you looked at it. Don't know why it took that long. Get in there. Didn't even really need to do it that way, but we have. reroll's gone, so it's probably not going to happen, but we try. Oh man. Okay. Okay. There's a chance. It's just you, isn't it? Or maybe is it? No, it's probably this. Going with you. Hand it to you. Ah, we failed the dodge. Oh well. And got KO'd for it. Womp womp. That was why I was wondering whether it was even worth trying for it, but that was before I was thinking of leap. The chain push probably could have been done better. I don't know why it took me so long to see it as an option. So that happens when you play in the morning. As I say that before I do the same thing in the afternoon. Sometimes you just not. Sometimes you just don't see the play in time. But yeah, I should have been looking for that D shape right away. Right away. All right, so ideal plan here is just score quick. Because we're 1-0 up. They've got the wizard. We don't want to muck around with that. So, yeah, just get 2-0 up and then we should be okay. Should. Catcher who's KO'd itself. Unisite did not come back. So maybe try and get the ball onto Freezing Star if we can. But also not the end of the world, just to score and Captain Defiance. Because now it is a natty, we do want sure feet. I like genuinely don't know if you get the next level and you get... No, I do know. I was thinking like you get the next level and it's... like you wouldn't take anything other than sure feet unless it's agility. And I was thinking, would you take agility? And I think you would. Because I think making the dodges easier is just so powerful. But it is then a bummer because then you haven't got sure feet for those GFIs. But the reason I say you take it is because you can always do a few pushes on the line to save at some of those GFIs anyway. Not always, but most of the time. When are you getting Frenzy on your War Dancer? I'm not currently planning Frenzy on a War Dancer. My secret project, secret not so secret, but my project would be to give this lineman block and then Frenzy. Because I've done that before on a Rebel team and it's hilariously good fun. Okay, set up very wide. Definitely have given us some ways through in the middle. Is my wrestler out? Is my wrestler? Oh, there it is. Hiding in plain sight. AKA not hiding at all. Is this an overcommit to the line, you ask? And the answer is yes. Yes, it is. Block and second strength is, yeah, it's amazing. Should we have just gone for the one turn? Certainly could have worked out. Is there anything else we actually want to move here? I mean, that's not bad. You can probably push onto there. You're probably going to have bits and come back, so you might as well. Didn't make the catch, sad. Quick snap was a trap. Not the first time where I've thought to myself, probably shouldn't reroll that because the ball's pretty safe, but just means we're going to take some hits back if we don't. I would prefer to avoid. I know what I mean, I can't get this scoring threat up and running like I would like to. Because now you have to think about that. And while we're at it, oh my god! I couldn't see the dwarf behind the tree. I forgot we didn't knock it over. Whoops! I lost the dwarf behind the tree and I just clicked. Well, come here for the best plays. I need Andy's, yep, I'm a professional sound alert. You gotta laugh at yourself. Okay, just a sound at least. I don't know that I'm a great coach, Miss Yeti One. I often think that. Like, I think because I stream, people probably think I'm better than I am. But I have fun. I've seen better coaches than me do things like that, so I think everyone occasionally gets blindsided by cyanide pathing or big guys hiding someone. Hey, Amdor. Hey, Smoothie the Raccoon. Yeah, it's a crazy team. Ham. I didn't see you. Hey, Ham. Hey, Jimmy. Jimmy, did you see my amazing play? Is that what the potato's for? I might have just missed that I'd pushed a dwarf behind my own tree and then tried to dodge three tackle zones. Expert level plays. If I was them, I would have put some pressure on this ball because I've already used a reroll, and if I fail this pickup at the moment, like I can actually afford to just leave it. Whereas if they brought that ball centaur forward, I couldn't. Like because they're losing, I think they need to be more aggressive than this. But I'll be happy enough that they haven't. It's a turn ordering issue here because I want to blitz this and run off here. But if I don't take that hit first, then we can get tripped up. So I think we'll take the 3 dice. Cool. Nice. Oh my god, that's our first Treeman SVP of the season. It's taken us, god, what game are we on? It's our 18th game with Wood Elves, and that's the first Treeman casualty. We had an MVP on the first Treeman who died, but that's the first like earned SVP. Okay. Guess we can live with that. So a fun thing about natural one-turners is that's a scoring threat. Cool. And then just bring this somewhere that we feel okay about it. Over here, I guess. Tiny bit further that way. Just in case it is actually an attrition fireball, why don't we step outside of that box? Yeah, it's a crazy team. It's a crazy team, Jimmy. It's ridiculous. If we could just get Klex to get a level and to roll block or movement, I'd accept movement. Since we're taking all the stats, a movement tree would be nice. Now I do it again, he's lost Zapper. Unfortunately, the tree is rooted, so the tree probably is not going to do any more casualties. Oh, Jimmy, I was on your stream the other day and you were talking about a tea that you said was better than Yorkshire tea. And I'm suspicious because I'm a big Yorkshire tea believer, but I hadn't heard of it. What was the name of it? As a Yorkshire tea believer, I'm like, But at the same time, if there's good tea out there that I don't know about, maybe I want to know about it. The tree is rooted. I'm shocked I tell you. It does feel like we've had some very rooted trees this season. Randy takes a nap. Hey, Meatlies. Even here in the Netherlands, we know Yorkshire tea is superior to anything. Yorkshire tea is so good. I nearly bought some Yorkshire tea novelty tea the other day. They had some tea in the supermarket that was like jammy toast Yorkshire tea, and then there was another one that was like tea and biscuits Yorkshire tea, and I was curious, but I thought, we don't need the gimmick tea, do we? We just want the regular tea. I just get the regular. My mum always has gold. And it's also a nice cuppa, but I just drink the regular. Maybe it's like aspirational, like when I'm retired, like my mum should be. She's self-employed, and I think she's sort of she's been saying she's going to retire for like a decade, but never quite seems to fully retire. Then maybe I could upgrade then to the gold. Can we just score this turn? Like, Blitz here to get this one out of the way. Hand the ball off to the one-turner, and then we could just one-turn, but it's actually fewer dice, or at least fewer dice without inbuilt rerolls if we just throw it to this player, and also this player wants the SPP more. So, does this need to be a knockdown? Probably, so I should have done this first. Because if this isn't a knockdown, this might ruin the plan. No, it doesn't actually blitz from this direction. Doesn't need to be. Is anyway. Been some tough hobgoblins. We've hit them a few times with the mighty blow. Thinking, just don't snake. That's the whole play, is just don't snake. It's a 1. It's not a snake. Cool. Get in. Okay, so we did use 2 of our rerolls, which was not ideal, and we've given them quite a bit of time, but they need to score twice, which even with the wizard should be quite tricky. Nice to get that on Freezing Star as well. I think we just set up deep this turn. Because we're 2-0 up, we don't need pressure. So it's you, and I guess it's you and you in the line, because we reached that point where even our various valuable players are still having to go further forward because we protect the 3 superstars. Okay. Good morning, Tom the Owl. How are you? Did Jimmy, maybe Jimmy's gone again. Did Jimmy answer on the tee? I don't think he did. My team is, you're kind to me, I'm just not enough good. I don't know, like I'm not just being kind to my opponent. Like, you know, I do think my team is pretty hard to stop. And we've had great kickoff results every single time. Move up a little bit now. Where's their mighty bow? We probably can bring some pairs up this way, can't we? No, they're not there. Maybe not even that, just in case of a rowdy wizard. See, I learned what a Tim Tam Slam is now. I have to get Sam and try it off. I think that's penguins. I actually just finished off a pack of Tim Tams. I've been doing some work this last year for an Australian company, and they sent some of their folks over to London a couple of weeks back and hosted us for dinner, and they brought things from Australia, and one of the things they brought was they brought us all some Tim Tams. I do really like Tim Tams. They're better than penguins, in my opinion. I have an Aussie friend who married, a friend who married an Aussie, and at their wedding they had jars of penguins and Tim Tams, and like basically asked people to like try them both and vote. And the wedding was in London, so on home soil, right? Like, so should have been a British vote, but Tim Tams did win, and I agreed. I thought the Tim Tams were better. Tim Tam is a good chocolate biscuit. I think they're just a little bit more chocolatey. I think there's a bit more chocolate in the middle. I mean, I did grab the penguins. I did. Tom the Owl's been offered the reserve place at third ball. I really thought about applying to get on the reserve list, but I've just been so disorganised this summer, and now I've made different plans. But I am sad. I want to go to another tabletop tournament. I guess I am going to the Davo Bowl, but I want to go to one before that. It's so far away. Where did they use their reroll? I wasn't paying attention. Try to stand at the tree. Nope. Tree's like, I've done, Crex's face, like, I've done my one casualty. That's enough. What do you expect from me? Push it is. Stay. Cut back. Hide you behind some others. And then why not? Now we've done that, let's try and send a catcher down. Just doing that again to make it so you can't fireball all three of those together. I've noticed that my stream has become a snack discussing stream and I'm here for it. Like, it's because Duderino doesn't stream. The Blood Bowl community doesn't have one stream to go to discuss snacks like this. It is awkward because it always makes me want to eat. I'm always like drinking my tea and being like, wish I had some biscuits. What was my favourite snack when I was stateside? I suppose it depends what we mean by snack. Like, one of the things, alright, so two of the things I miss most from the States in terms of food are both just like potato-y things, which are the hash browns that you get in American diners where they're like properly shredded. Love those. And I also liked in the Midwest where we were, there was a chain called Sonic and they did tater tots, and we don't have tater tots in the UK, and like a little thing of tater tots. Absolutely filthy, but yeah, could go for that. If we're talking like snacks you buy in a store, probably just Oreos. But like, I like the variety of Oreos in America. Like, you wouldn't always just buy the same ones. Like sometimes I really like the golden ones, even though they're basically just like custard creams. But like I loved that when you went to like to look for Oreos in the States, it was like an aisle. Like, it wasn't like a single section where it's just like, here's some Oreos. It was a whole like aisle of Oreos. Sonic was pretty cool. Like, because it's not just the tater tots. Like, you'd go there and like, if it's like a really hot afternoon in the summer, you could get like a snack, but you could also get like slushies basically, but like really good slushies. I can't remember what they were called. They had a name for them. I can't remember what they were called. Yeah, tater tots is just an American thing. Tater tots and hash browns are an American thing. I was thinking that Sonic was a Midwest thing. Although I could be wrong. Maybe Sonic's everywhere. I just hadn't seen it before I went to Missouri. Sonic is really fun because it's not a drive-through. It's a drive-up. So like, you drive up and you speak into like the little voice thing and say what you want. And then, oh wow, end of turn fireball. Was not expecting that. Okay, just KO is safe. I think it's getting all of them. Okay, just the stun. All right. Okay, that's rowdy. Tree is not standing up. We can still hit this ball though if we just get the 2 dice here. Then we just have to dodge and hit from there. Okay, that's not really what we needed. It's still possible on 2 GFIs. Okay, good. Hey, thank you so much for the sub, somebody. Can we get to that? We can. Some pretty silly dice, or we could just do that. thing is, if we could get to it here, we could throw it to you and score. But it's some pretty silly dice. I'm going to go for the silly dice because I'm an idiot. Okay, well, it's not happening. We're not using reroll. Greed, greed, greed. Graf, thank you so much for the resubs. 7 months. Continue to enjoy being one of the weirdos and your emotes. Hope you're doing well, Graf. Miss you now you're not part of Team Dice anymore. Saw Tim Hortons in Birmingham. Yeah, they have Tim Hortons in Leicester, maybe. My last housemate was like obsessed about it. Like they really wanted to get Tim Hortons and get donuts. Like they wanted to do like a whole pilgrimage up to the Midlands to find them. I have had Tim Hortons donuts. I lived in Canada much longer ago. I lived there in the middle of, well, not in the middle of, right after I finished university, so forever ago. But yeah, it was. I don't remember the Tim Hortons donuts that well. I'm sure I had them because like donuts are nice, but I don't remember them specifically. That was the thing, Gunfolder. Oh, I'm so pleased you said that. I'd forgotten that I'd completely forgotten that. Sonic had a specific happy hour for those slushies where you got them at a cheap price. So like there was a time in the afternoon where I'd be sat at home with my ex and we'd be like, oh, should we go and get in the car, because you get in the car to go over because you're in Missouri, and like go get like the raspberry limeade slushie, I think it was. And that was mint. That was a good time on a hot day. No time for Blood Boil, sadly. Baby due this week. Ah, congratulations. I'm so excited for you. How are you feeling? Are you feeling ready? And finally the tree stands up. Now it's nowhere near anything. We could go for this ball, but it's not smart because we're winning 2-0 and we don't need to, so let's just try to keep our players alive. It's the horrible stage of just waiting for it all to happen. Yeah, that's it's the trickiest part. Well, it's not the trickiest part at all, but it's a tricky part, isn't it? Like the sort of tricky's not the right word. I can't think what the right word I mean is. But yeah, it's an awkward part. Like it's just stating around, like waiting and not knowing how long it's going to be. And everyone's don't want to have some injuries just to be kind to me. Really little for like 5 minutes to cuddle that little one as much as you can. Dads can also do skin to skin, so make sure you do. That all sounds like good advice from Collie. Snort that baby. Listen to Collie. She's been there. She's somehow able to like function while having 3 children. I don't know how she does it. Literally don't know how Collie finds the hours in a day. Carried all 3 girls in a wrap against my body for as long as I can get to the screen. That sounds nice. Baby heads do smell amazing. That's a fact. That's just facts. So they are not trying to score. They could have gone for a score that turn and given themselves 2 turns to turn over and score, but they didn't. And at that point, I honestly think I'm just running everyone away. I really think I don't want to risk players that I care about getting killed. So it's the victory runaway play. Not that. That, please. Don't worry about book your star players. I mean I can't leave them to be hit regardless, like that's just not sensible. And like if I actually sort of react to that, that's just collaborating, isn't it? So yeah, better just to ignore that, even though I'm sure they mean well. I don't think I've ever talked to another person about that, so he says I smelled every niece and nephew I've had. Same. I only have 2 nieces, but I have both of them. Personally, I think it's a failure of evolution that human babies are not like monkey babies who act into things. It's true. I mean, I am often like, whenever I watch nature documentaries, I'm always like, how is it that like other animals? Oh my god. Should we try and do a 1 turn? Since we can. I mean, we do want the SVP on this player, so probably. And if it fails up here, I mean, they could foul it, but I don't get the impression they're going to do that sort of thing. Put you in there. You here. You here. I need you ready in case of a riot. In fact, what I want to do is, because I want to throw it past you if I can, because you're so close to that level and we want that level. Do that. Do that. Do that. Done. Thanks, Day Day. Enjoy whatever it is you're up to. Okay, so we've got a free square of movement, which we will take. Does mean maybe I want to bring someone else into that square. Need someone to come and help there. Good. Gonna throw this to pass, even though it shouldn't, because it reduces the chance of the 1 turn working, but just because I want this SVP. That is a 1. It's a snake. Oh well, no 1 turn. And we may have let them blitz one of our good players here. I'm missing lots of chat. I'm missing lots of chat. Yeah, sorry, I don't know if I said, I just saw you say, but yes, hope work goes well, whatever it is you've got to get on with. Work, yeah, good luck. Would really like that level on Oscar the Corgi. I mean, they wouldn't have got them to within a level. They would have had still one SCP to do. Boo. I mean, it's the right time to throw. I've completely lost the thread of what I was thinking. Yeah, we would have liked to get that. So next game we could have done in past for a vanity for a level. Next time we'll try in French. That would be a struggle. D'accord. I think that's French, correct for okay? Like, d'accordo is Italian for, well, I mean, you can also use okay, but d'accordo in Italian. I know a little French. Not like a lot, but I know a little bit. How's Rossi? Oh, he's not on camera. I forgot I meant to put him on. Oh. Why is the camera not showing? Okay, we're having a hard time saving up our war dance replacement fund, but we're getting that. Okay, Daedalus took the MVP, does get a level, so I think that is sure hands. As discussed, it's just about saving rerolls for one turn. I slightly hate it because I was about to say unless it's a stat, because of course it'll be a stat. I slightly hate it because this is not going to help the player survive, but I think like for what we've decided this player's job is, sure hands is the right choice. So that was game number 18 on the Wood Elves. The record is now 14-3-1. The team somehow still looks pretty good.